Can we trust Kissy Missy? Throughout the story of Poppy Playtime, we've been betrayed so many times. Huggy turned out to be more than just a statue, Joey turned into the dude from Geico, and Poppy left us in the end of chapter 4. However, throughout every single chapter, the one character who we pretty much know for sure we can trust is Kissy Missy. She's never done anything bad to us, except for that one time in chapter 3 where she tackled us, but I'm gonna get into that and the reasoning on why she did it. But my main question is, can Kissy really be trusted? And the reason I say this is because in chapter 3, when Poppy finally shows us the Hour of Joy tape, let's go all the way back to when we first saw Kissy Missy. In chapter 2, Mommy Longlegs forces us through a series of minigames, seemingly to toy with us before she finally kills us. However, in between these games, we were forced to solve different puzzles in order to make it to the next one. And one of these puzzles was to drag a minecart through a series of doors, which required us to use the green grab pack hand with precise timing. But before we can start the puzzle, we're completely locked out. There is zero way for us to actually start the puzzle. But once we walk up to one of the gates, we hear an alarm going off and see Huggy's silhouette in the darkness. And if this was your first time playing it, you'd be both confused and terrified at the exact same time. But once she comes into the light, we see that it actually isn't Huggy, but instead Kissy. She then comes closer, looks at the lever, and then decides to flip it for us, opening the gate. But before we can make it through, she gives us one final glance and walks off. And she probably ran off once she turned the corner because she was nowhere to be found. And although this seems like a very basic interaction, it gives us a little bit of insight into Kissy's character and what she's like. We can see that she's almost hesitant to help us. She looks at us multiple times, almost as if she's trying to gauge